So today we confront the truth that people try to avoid. Many avoid to speak it out aloud. Violence does not emerge from a religion itself. It is headline in wars, in global terror alerts. Muslim majority regions are often associated with extremist violence, and we all know that's true. People might be asking why or how, and more importantly, what can we learn from this? So this is one of the reasons why we should consider the war going on in Iran, between Iran and the US. So I think this is one of the reasons. So pay attention to this video, and if this is your first time of coming across to this video, do well to like, share and subscribe. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let's go. So we are about to explore the complex web of history, politics, ideology and human suffering that give rise to extremist group, because out of the 90% of extremist group comes from the Muslim religion. And note, this is not a religious bash. So I'm just trying to make analytics so that you all can see from the angle I'm coming from. So now, extremists thrives where government fails, where justice is absent, where leaders are corrupt, where basic needs, food, water, house, security are unavailable. So this is where extremists comes from. This is where they thrive. So in countries like Syria, Afghanistan, Iran, etc., for the past decades, they have suffered weak governance, civil war, so which all these created vacuums where these extremists strive from. So in other words, this vacuum makes the extremist group to step in terms of promising order, identity and purpose. So now they exploit the fear, the chaos, the helplessness of ordinary citizens. Consider this, let's just consider this like a young man living in a city under siege without education or opportunity. Let us assume that when someone offers him protection and belonging, he will take it. It's not about faith, it's not about survival, it's not about control. This is the real fact. What makes these extremists to thrive, what makes us to see them in our society today is because of weak governance and in terms of proxy wars and all that. So I think the second one we should look into should be foreign intervention. Yeah. Like foreign powers often make things worse. Let's just be truthful about that. They make things worse. History is littered with invasions, occupations and proxy wars. So when powerful countries intervenes in a weak nation, the people do not see their ideology. They see their home destroyed, their families lost, they see injustice. So extremist group exploit that anger. This is where they form. They will be like, a foreign country can't come and preside under the affairs of our own country. So that's where the extremist group exploits their anger. Something like the Soviet invasion of the Afghanistan. This gave rise to fighters who later joined the Al-Qaeda. The extremists were trying to fight the Soviet Union. In other words, when after the whole thing we are solved, they now later joined the Al-Qaeda, which is now a terrorist group. And also the US led the invasion of Iraq. That should be in 2003. So this created conditions of group like ISIS to thrive, because they're trying to fight back and all that. So when we must ask ourselves, when we intervene, are we helping or are we helping the extremism in terms of foreign intervention? So this is the question we ought to ask. So the third one should be ideology and radicalization. So ideology is the tool extremists use to recruit followers, because they try to put out their ideology out there. They'll be like, how can foreign countries determine our way of life? So they try to share that ideology, and with this they get more followers, people that are ready to join their extremist group. It's not about religion itself. It is a misinterpreted or a twisted interpretation, a distortion that just justifies violence. That's just it. So young men and women often isolate or are often isolated. They are vulnerable and frustrated. You know, they are now seduced by promise of purpose. Join us, they will say, like the extremist group, they will say, join us. We have to fight for justice. We will reclaim what was stolen. Then you see them, the young men and young women, they will now see reasons for them to join this extremist group. So now, religious narratives are powerful, but they are also manipulative, in the sense that, as you can see, when you talk about terrorist group, all your mind will be on the Muslim extremists, because these are the people carrying out these terror attacks. Countries like Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Niger, Niger, all these, even in West Africa, that's the main issue we are facing: extremists, Fulani herdsmen. So the fourth thing we should look into is economic deprivation. Poverty is a silent recruiter. Unemployment, lack of education, and hopelessness makes young people to be desperate and frustrated. So when all these extremist group offers to steady income, they offers them steady income, meal, or even illusion of respect, some will take it, because naturally human beings are meant to be convinced, and when you have enough data to convince group of people, they will have no other reason than to follow you. So in many regions like Nigeria, Somalia, and Pakistan, poverty is not just statistic, it is a weapon. So these countries suffer extremist poverty. So, and with this, they will see the youth will see reasons to join this extremist group. So now, extremist group, they will now turn it into a survival ideology. Now they will turn anger into bullets. Then they turn poverty into terror. So this is one of the reasons you can see. So the fifth factor we should look into is grievance and revenge. A fighter is not always born from ideology alone. Sometimes he's born from tragedy, and the world often misunderstands this. We see terror, but we really see the broken communities, the abandoned children, the lost futures behind. So I think with all these extremists, they try to revenge what they thought was taken from them. Times of childhood, parents, displaced family, displaced home. So this is what fuels the extremist group. So now the last but not the least we should look into is the propaganda and technology. Modern extremist group and this media savvy, these netizens, they use the internet, videos, and social media networks to radicalize people far beyond their borders. Like, a young man can just recruit from halfway across the globe, exposed to images like speeches and promise, and also twist some realities. Violence spreads faster than ever. You can't even. That's where you see that the social media is very, very powerful. An idea can be spread faster than you can even, within a twinkle of eye, it has spread. So violence spreads faster than ever. So that is one of the factors we should look into. So what have we learned? Violence in Muslim majority religion is not born from Islam. No, it's not born from Islam. It is born from weak states, foreign intervention, poverty, injustice, ideology, and personal grievances. That's my take on that. But religion is often used as a mask, but it is not the engine. I think it's not the engine. So I'm trying to debunk the fact that Muslims are the major cause of this terrorist attack. But initially I said, like, mostly the terrorist group are from extremist Muslim religion. So if we want to stop extremism, the world must focus on solution that works, strong governance and economic opportunity, justice and education. That education is very, very important, because when we mislabeled an entire religion and we miss the real cause, and humanity becomes vulnerable to all these type of idea that are being put out there, and also unchecked power, and a world that refuses to solve its problem before it explodes. So now I think countries like Turkey, Iran, Afghanistan, the UAE, these core Muslim countries, I think the reason why the United States doesn't want them to go nukes, I think the only country that have nuclear weapon is Turkey. Yeah, I think it's Turkey, because of their rival with India. So now, why the US is against core Muslim countries to go nukes, is because of the type of violence we are seeing today from their extremists. So this is why President Donald Trump has been fighting so hard to see that these countries mentioned doesn't go nukes. Like we can see for instance what has been going on. You can see Boko Haram, ISWAP, ISIS, Fulani herdsmen, bandits. So these are people, a group of people from one particular religion. They are extremists. So they doesn't represent the Islam. So this is what I'm trying to debunk in this video. And I hope that you can reason with me with all this. So please, if this is your first time of coming across my video, please do well to like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe and follow. Wait.